And now we're going to move on to discussions of other stuff. If you want to click away, then you're a heartless bastard.
Someone asked me in kindergarten what my favorite color was, and I said red. And he informed me that was a girl color, which is not. Come on, like nobody's saying is that a girl color.
It's too general of a color. It works for both.
Right,
really.
It really does.
Yeah, pink is just pretty much just
pink is a girl color.
You can't do anything with it.
Yellow is a girl color.
Purple. I don't know. According to Power Rangers, that's also pretty broad.
Yellow? What? Do they have a male yellow Power Ranger?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. This is gonna come to a shock to you, but the original version of Power Rangers Super Sentai, at least the Japanese version. They used stock footage from that show for all the fight scenes when they were in the suits and for all the giant robots and such.
Yeah.
The person in the yellow suit was a guy.
Really?
Yeah, it was a guy. So that's why he didn't have a skirt. And that's why Kimberly had a skirt. And what's her face didn't have a skirt.
That's interesting.
And she also died.
She died?
Yeah, the Asian Yellow Ranger. She died.
She was Asian?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Well, the first, they switch them out.
Oh, right.
Because they had to go to a peace conference for an indefinite amount of time since they're so fucking goody two-shoes. So they switched her out with, I think, some black chick. So the black chick became the Yellow Ranger, and then an Asian guy became the Black Ranger. Oh my god! I finally put it together.
Jesus.
They did that on purpose. They were just like, oh, yeah, it's a racist. Why would it switch them out? Like, that just makes... Yeah, the Asian guy became the Black Ranger, and then the Yellow Ranger became, a black girl.
Oh, man.
That's fucking awful.
Jesus Christ.
And it was still an Asian guy playing all of them in the suits, technically speaking.
So they're all Asian. Can't be racist that way.
Yeah.
Go
it's
Power
funny.
Rangers.
Go Power Rangers.
Oh, go. Get out.
Get out of here, Power Rangers. It's been going on in Japan since the 70s.
Still going on? No?
Oh yeah, still going on. It's really based off of the new series of Power Rangers because it's ahead, obviously. So they just base it off of the one that came after that one. So they make copies of the suits and everything for broadcast in America. That's what they've been doing, and they actually moved production in New Zealand since Ninja Storm. So for the past 12 years, I think, they've been filming in New Zealand. So that's why, if you've ever been watching Power Rangers for a long time, it gets to that point, why does everyone sound funny? And they're trying to hide their New Zealand accents.
That's funny.
Where did all these brown people come from in Ninja Storm? They're natives, technically. They're descended from natives.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's really interesting, yeah.
The development of Power Rangers.
Yeah, so I always love to think they were filming Power Rangers there at the same time they were filming Lord of the Rings. Whenever you see this...
Coming, across each other.
Yeah. It's whenever you see that really shitty CGI hamster from Ninja Storm, remember, they were making Lord of the Rings not 5 miles away from this exact thing. So,
I'm waiting for Michael Bay to make a Power Rangers film. I know it's going to come around one of these days. He just takes her nostalgia, adds explosions in Megan Fox. And,
Megan Fox.
Megan Fox.
Megan Fox?
And, she'll be the Pink Ranger.
She'll be the Pink Ranger?
I mean, God, it makes millions. Bam.
Really, Pink Ranger. I'd like to morph into that. Wait a minute. That doesn't make any sense. At all. I like to become Megan Fox and then do stuff.
I mean, that's probably the most direct route, right?
Yeah, literally. Yeah, becoming Megan Fox. Just become Megan Fox and just walk around with no clothes on whatsoever and just see what happens. You probably get arrested.
Or die.
You probably get arrested. And it's really cold out, so you get hypothermia.
So that'll be a real example of police brutality. That video would spread across the internet real fast.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Stop resisting.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ, man. Can I get an autograph? With my dick?
Dumb. It's a whole different kind of explosion in that, movie.
Yeah, Michael Bay was kind of weird about that, the way he films Megan Fox. I mean, it's not like...
he was trying to sexualize her, right?
About that. There's the thing about directors is some of them have these fetishes, and sometimes they can't always help it. Sometimes, especially Quentin Tarantino. I was watching, I think. Oh, what was the one? What was the one Quentin Tarantino film with Samuel Jackson in it?
Pulp Fiction.
The other one. The other one that came around. It came out around that time in the 90s. I forget
What's it about?
Something Brown or something? I don't know. Not Brown.
I don't know.
Not Brown.
Get Shorty?
Brown. No, Brown. God, what the fuck is it called? Jackie Brown? Is that a Quentin? Okay, you know what film I'm talking about, guys. So like this is lady in a bikini, right? She's trying to look all sexy for Robert De Niro. Robert De Niro's in it too. And I'm just like, I can see her like crossing her legs off screen. I can tell by the way she's moving her body. I'm just like, oh, they didn't immediately cut to her feet. Okay, then like 2 cuts later, just her fucking toes like right up on the screen.
Really?
Right up on the screen. Like it takes up the whole fucking her toes, just like.
What's it? Does Quentin Tarantino have a foot fetish then?
No, you really think so?
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, he's only dating Uma Thurman, who has the biggest fucking feet in Hollywood. No way. And he also lovingly filmed her feet for several films.
Really?
Like 3 of the films. Just like he tried to make an excuse for why he needed to film it.
Did he try to make an excuse at all, or was it
just
like this is what
in
it is?
Kill Bill, like she couldn't walk. She's just like, move your big toe, and it's like camera just all up on her fucking huge feet. Like, I mean, no offense. I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, oh yeah, I love big feet, and Uma Thurman's the girl for me. I don't know.
That's interesting.
I mean, I'm more of an eye guy, and she has like really
eye guy.
I think she has really
what do you mean
pretty eyes.
You're turned on by eyes.
Well, everyone is to a degree, so.
Not physically.
I mean, like, it's part of it, you know? It's like, I only get off to eyes. Like, that's a part of her that I think is rather attractive.
Okay. You're talking about like, the eye area, not like the ball itself, right?
Yeah, her eyes. You know what I mean?
Would you like, to a jar of her eyes?
Oh, my God.
Just floating there?
What am I, fucking Hannibal Lecter? You got really lovely eyes. I'd love to eat it with some, soy sauce. I don't know. I'm going on a diet.
Speaking of that, I meant to ask you. Okay, so they're on the subway. Professor Connor says, okay. I'm hungry enough to eat Billy. What?
He's not.
I lost it. What the fuck?
He's not. Okay. Here's
his
the
son,
thing.
Right?
Okay, yeah.
He's hungry enough to eat his son.
Here's the thing, though. This actually happens.
What? What happens?
He actually does eat Billy in the comic books.
Oh, he does?
As a lizard, yeah.
Oh, man, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up.
That's... Okay, funny reference then, huh?
Yeah, I mean, he's not known for his humor. That's just who he is as a character. He's not a very funny guy. That's Peter's thing.
So he was seriously just saying, like, I'm hungry enough to eat my son.
He's trying to break the tension. He's really bad at it because, yeah.
Interesting.
I'm sorry, I forgot about that line.
It makes it think, like, because he's not the lizard at this time.
No, he's not.
So this thought is, like, just in his head.
Yeah.
So subconsciously... He probably does want to eat his kid. Maybe. And that comes out later.
Maybe. I mean, like, cannibalism isn't a new thing, particularly.
True.
So.
That's interesting.
Yeah. He actually does, like, eat his son. Like, that whole his whole... God, what they do with the Connors after that point is fucking depressing. It's almost depressing as what happens to Betty Brant, who's apparently still in the show somehow, but never does anything.
Bring her out.
I will.
Just make it do a spin.
I'll do a thing. I'll make her do a thing.
She's gonna get with Peter, right?
No.
Come on. She does in the comics. Briefly.
Yeah, but I already passed that point in Peter's life. Like, he's in college now, you know? And there's Mary Jane. Mary Jane's back in his life.
Gwen Stacy was his high school girlfriend in the comics, so...
It was his college girlfriend in the comics.
No, it wasn't.
No, it was
She made a Spider-Man fan club in high school.
What are you talking about?
This is the original comics.
You sure?
Yeah, Gwen Stacy... made a Spider-Man fan club at the same time, like everyone, and Flash joined it, and everyone joined it. They love Spider-Man. At the same time, everyone was beating up Peter Parker, except Gwen. He started dating her, and then in college, he dated Mary Jane. We dated Gwen in college too. Maybe he dated her into college. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to call you out. Obviously, there are lots of timelines. I don't know it as well as you. Okay, so maybe I'm wrong. I was basing it off of my basic assumptions of like the history of Spider-Man. Like so, like I knew the basic outline, so that's what I was going to follow for some of these plot points. Well, they move it in the. I don't know. In the movies, he dated Gwen after anyway. He dated Mary Jane. I don't even say he went on. He went on one date. He went on one date with Gwen that went horribly wrong. Yeah. Oh man, that was that was awful. Everything about that was just awful. There's no defense for that. I know someone's gonna say,
Movie Bob in particular, he said, "Oh, well, that's just how Peter Parker would act in this scene. This is how this interpretation of Peter Parker would think people are cool." I'm like, no, you can't claim that because he already did stuff before this point. You can't just look at this one particular scene and go, "This is awful, and therefore all of it's awful," or "This is good, and therefore all of it's..." None of the other stuff that is bookended the scene is excusable, because when he first puts on the black suit, he straight up kills a guy. That is exactly what people who are bad do for revenge or whatever, or someone who isn't like Peter would do.
Yeah.
He kills a guy. He's like, "Good riddance." And he's in the alleyway and he looks at like this mirror. He's just like, and then he's just like, "Oh God, what did I do?" And then he throws away the black suit. Like, it already like peaks at that point.
Yeah.
And like that scene was actually pretty good up to that point. The fight scene itself was pretty fucking good. I mean, I got like Family Guy flashbacks when Joe is getting hit by that train. He's like, "What an oddly clustered train schedule!" And when all the subways are like,
yeah.
And he's just like, Jesus. I mean, it looks cool,
Yeah.
but it's kind of silly.
It's
And then he kills him, or he thinks he kills him, and then the whole thing with Harry comes up, and that's poorly constructed. It's like, first we go after his heart, and somehow he just convinces Mary Jane to break up with Peter. Like, what is this, high school? Middle school, actually? This is middle school antics. Like, these are adults, and they're written like children.
Yeah.
And, like, just tell Peter what's going on, and he'll fucking beat up Harry, because that's what he does anyway.
Yeah.
And just like, what happens after that point, Harry? What is his goal exactly to do at this point? Because I didn't actually get it. Because, okay.
He wanted to kill Spider-Man, right? I mean, I don't know why he wanted to hurt him first.
Like, he'd go after your heart.
Yeah, like break his heart.
I bet Norman was really fucking disappointed at that point. Like, you made her break up with him? What? Then who's she gonna be with? She's not gonna be with you, asshole. You already blew it. Alright? I mean, why did you kill her? For God's sakes, you were in her apartment. Why didn't you kill her?
You should have.
That's what I tried to do. I tried killing his... I put his aunt in the fucking hospital, for fuck's sake. I got his girlfriend. I got a whole bunch of kids. I almost killed a whole bunch of children. God, Harry. I'm insane, but you are a fucking failure. Oh my man. God.
That's so fitting, too, though, that dynamic. Him living in his dad's shadow.
Yeah, but that doesn't... I wanted some sort of contention between them in, like, an afterlife kind of sense. Like, he's, like, arguing with his father. He's like, "I can never be good enough for you, can I?" You're like, "Yeah, fuck that. God damn it." Like, I wanted that in the movie. It would have been silly. It would have made a lot more sense for them than he's like, and he's so... I hate how he's so, like, proud of himself when he's in his penthouse drinking martini because he got his fucking friend to break up with his girlfriend. I'm just like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what this movie is heading to. I don't know what their goals are.
These writers, they're just lazy.
Yeah, and then he thinks he kills another person after he blows up Harry. He blows up half of his face and he just walks off like it's no big deal. Like, this is why it just goes up and down, and then a whole bunch of bullshit. And then he's doing He's walking down the street, the musical montage. You have Elizabeth Banks in her cleavage. I don't know what's going on now. And then you got him dancing with Gwen. Like, it all flows horribly.
Yeah.
That's the issue. It's not just the fact that he's he's dancing and he's pointing at women on the street. It's that all of it put together doesn't make any sense.
Right.
That's why people don't like Spider-Man 3. It just sort of culminates in that bit right there in the movie, which is why it stands out so much.
Yeah. And
that's why people always, refer to that, but it's really just a precedence of a larger issue that this movie is convoluted and badly written.
Maybe. I mean, yeah, and definitely, I think that's a fair point. But also, come on, what is that? What is that scene? I just don't get it. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's not what a cool guy does, and it doesn't...
Exactly, that's why Peter isn't cool. He's just not cool.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, he is cool. When he puts on the black Spidey suit, he becomes a different person. He's willing to do and act in ways Spider-Man isn't. I mean, you already said this. You established this. So it wouldn't be his perception of what's cool. He wouldn't care about what being cool is.
Yeah.
If he's cool, then he's cool.
Yeah.
He's not going to be some guy trying to be cool. Yeah. That doesn't make any sense.
And there's also those promo images, those fucking lying promo images of Tobey Maguire in the black suit. And he's doing, like, he has this really angry look on his face. He looks kind of intimidating. Yeah. And his hair is slicked back and everything. It was like, holy fuck. Oh, wow, this is going to be pretty good.
The hair slick.
Yeah. I'm going to show an image of it right now. Look how fucking boss that looks. It's pretty good, right? That doesn't happen in the movie. I mean, I would just like it for this to be Peter's general hairstyle because it kind of reminds me of the classic Spidey hairstyle because it's slicked back, you know. But the problem, I think they were just trying to I think they knew they had a turd on their hands. They had a big old black turd on their hands with a spider on the center of it, and they had to subterfuge it whichever way they could, which is why Venom looked completely different in the promo images and the action figures. Because I got the action figures before the movie actually came out.
Yeah.
Back in 2007, looked nothing like he did in the film.
Really?
Yeah, he was pretty much like just the bulkier version of what you saw in the film.
Yeah.
Like he still had like those web patterns and everything. I thought it looked cool on a really bulky Venom, but when I saw the movie, no.
Yeah.
Like the nails were. What the fuck was that?
Yeah.
I'm guessing they make the toys around the time that they're finishing up the designs.
Right.
So they can get it out in time for the movie.
Right.
And then after the movie comes out, you just have all these Spider-Man toys that are left over because no one wants it anymore.
Right.
I remember like seeing one product that perfectly encapsulates like this whole Spider-Man 3 issue, and it was like a board game version. It was Sorry, you know the board game Sorry?
Sure.
And it had Spider-Man on top of it. From Spider-Man 3. It's like, sorry! Yep.
Yeah.
It's everything about this. So that's why that part of the movie the movie in general didn't work for me.
Yeah.
So I don't think I'm wrong about Spider-Man 3. Movie Bob, I think you're wrong, okay? I'm sorry.
Yeah, Movie Bob's taking a lot of heat.
Because he's so wrong all the time.
He has diabetes, man. He can't be right all the time.
I have diabetes. I don't care. Jesus. I hate that he called his miniseries "You're Wrong About." No.
Is his name actually Bob?
Yeah, Bob Chipman.
Chipman?
Yes. Even his last name is reminiscent of like chip tunes or whatever from 80s MIDI files or whatever. It's fucking awful.
Hey, just so you know, I gotta wrap this up in about 15 minutes.
15 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Sorry about that.
It's okay.
We can go a little bit longer if need be.
Okay.
But just around then.
Okay. 15?
About, yeah.
Okay. Oh shit. Oh god.
How much do we have left? Do we need to come back for a part 2 or something like that?
I don't know. I'll just say what movies I saw. I'll talk about the one that we did see.
Alright.
Saw Ex Machina. I said that before, I think. I saw Bridge of Spies, The Martian, which was an interesting movie-going experience. I think there's something wrong with the projector or something.
Really?
It's like, what are these two blue lights doing on the screen? Oh, it's probably someone's cell phone. Why aren't they going away? Why is the movie still going? Why are these blue lights still here? Eventually, I saw to look past them, and they just began to disappear.
Right.
At first, it was like, oh, look at these familiar friends here. And then,
Weird.
whatever. Yeah, that was pretty good. The Martian was pretty good.
Cool.
I'm happy to see Ridley Scott directing a good movie again. And it's a script, essentially. Before, he's always had awful script or insubstantial writing, and it was good writing, and it was funny. It was Ridley Scott doing something that was a little bit more comedic and lighthearted. You know, it was weird because a lot of his films have been kind of dour and kind of one note so far, over the last like 7 years or something. So it's nice that he's doing some comedy-ish stuff. So, oh my god, we already talked about that, didn't we? Bridge of Spies. That was an interesting movie-going experience too, because I don't think there was anyone in the theater who is less than 30 years older than me.
Really?
Yeah, they're all old people. There's something about Spielberg directed, Tom Hanks starring period films from when these people were kids that just gives all the old people together.
Yeah.
I was the only young person in there. It was a really weird experience. It was a good movie too.
Yeah.
Really good. The cinematography, the way the camera moves, the way Spielberg directs scenes, it just sticks out in my mind. It was written by the Coen brothers too.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, a lot of their films I just want to a lot of their films I just want to watch people do stuff. I don't even care what the movie's about. I felt the same way about Inside Llewyn Davis. I don't care about the story. I just want to see people do stuff in this world, because everything is just so well filmed and constructed and directed. It's just beautiful to look at.
That's cool.
Yeah. So Ex Machina.
Ex Machina.
Ex Machina. It's just, how'd you see it?
In my living room.
Okay, so Netflix. Netflix.
Amazon, I think.
Amazon. Okay.
I don't think it was on Netflix.
Oh, okay.
Too new.
Too new
for Netflix.
What? Okay.
We had to pay to rent it.
Okay.
It wasn't instant streaming or anything like that.
Okay. Jesus, that's awful.
Here's my thought about Ex Machina.
Here we go.
Come out and say it. I think it was pure science fiction.
Okay.
My thought is that some science fiction films act as an allegory of society, right? Mm-hmm. They're using another setting to represent something that is going on today. I think that's commonly what you see, and I don't really like it that much.
Okay.
Ex Machina to me was an actual exploration of a form of technology and how humans would react when confronted with this technology. As I saw it, it didn't seem to parallel anything in our society today, besides maybe human nature, but only human nature in the context of interacting with artificial intelligence.
Okay.
And I thought that was cool. I really liked it. I think it was sort of like a thought experiment. It was just, here is how humans would interact with an artificial intelligence. It was a cool story. I liked it. Yeah.
Yeah. I see what you mean about it being a more. Is that really talking about the larger implications of our society? But it's more like personal. You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, interpersonal. Yeah, definitely.
I think it was more of an allegory for the dating scene.
Yeah, okay, I could see that.
Yeah.
Like our feeling about love.
Yeah,
but how does a robot even factor into that?
Exactly. Because I think I was questioning myself. Okay, what would happen? What would I need to see? What would this film have to establish for me to actually believe this thing is self-aware? And by the very, very end, they did it. I'm like, oh my god, this thing is self-aware.
Right.
That's totally what an awful, awful person would do.
Yeah.
It's not like, I will take over the world, I will do all this. It's not like, it's none of that shit. You know, it's almost more sinister and almost more human and familiar and awful. And that's why I think
subtle, quiet viciousness.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah. And should we spoil it here? Because they're going to be...
We can give maybe a spoiler warning.
Spoiler warning.
Fast forward to...
The Asian was obviously a robot. I knew she was a robot.
You know what?
I knew she
should
was
have caught on, but I didn't at first.
Okay.
I didn't at the very beginning. I did not.
Yeah. Did you know the main actor, Domhnall Gleeson, was British?
Yes. Because I've seen him in some other stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's going to be in the new Star Wars.
Yeah, I can tell he was trying to hold... I can tell after the fact he was holding back an accent. I'm like, why does this guy look familiar? Oh, he's the son of Mad-Eye Moody.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Brandon Gleeson.
Yeah. I saw him in a romance film.
Oh, the time traveling?
Yeah. It wasn't great. It was okay.
Rachel McAdams, though.
Yeah.
Boy, that Rachel McAdams.
One thing that was interesting about that movie, I'm sorry to go on a tangent, was
okay.
I could tell her character was not meant to be American. Because she had said British dialogue, and you could tell it was British dialogue.
Okay. They just got her. And
they just liked her and put her into what was originally written as a British role.
She probably smiled at them.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Like, that's just enough.
Like, oh, my heart.
Exactly. Yeah. She has one of those smiles where you just go, oh, fuck.
Yeah. It's super genuine and simultaneous. Like, you don't think that amount of joy could ever be genuine, because, I don't know, I don't think I've ever felt that amount of joy. But she's able to represent joy in a way that seems genuine.
Yeah. It's funny, because you have actresses like Alexandra Daddario. You know what I'm talking about?
No, you don't.
Very ice blue eyes, very large, bazungas, dark hair. I should probably name all the stuff she's been in.
Yeah.
She was in True Detective. She was in San Andreas. She was in Percy Jackson. That's probably the thing that she was most known for, because that was when she first got her start.
Is she younger?
Yeah, younger.
I don't know.
She's in her 20s.
I don't know.
Yeah, you probably, if you looked her up.
I've probably seen a picture of her.
Yeah, Mark knew what I was talking about.
Okay.
Get him on here.
Mark knows more about movies than I do.
He knew because of her attributes. Yeah. I've been waiting.
acting skills.
Oh my god, no. I've been waiting to see these things for a long time, because I remember watching Percy Jackson for the first time going, holy god, what?
Right.
Look at those. What? I mean, she's cute, right? She's cute, but Jesus Christ, you know. And then she was in Chainsaw Massacre, where you almost see it. You're just so close to seeing it. I remember someone going on about, like, it's like they just taped it down so it wouldn't, like, on the very edge, so you just wouldn't even see it. And then in True Detective, whoosh, that shit just flies right off. I remember the day after it happened.
How much do you think that cost?
Not much.
Really?
I don't know. What do you mean, how much cost?
You think they would have done it earlier if it wasn't pricey?
Yeah.
You know, I feel like for a certain actress, if she knows, like, there's a lot riding on this, how did she decide the moment when she's going to agree to reveal it? Because if she'd waited, I bet she could have gotten more parts.
Maybe.
I bet she could have said, like, I'll do it for you.
Yeah, because she's not in anything right now.
Everyone's, like, hoping, like... And then as soon as you see him, like, the fascination goes away.
Yeah,
the fascination with the actress goes away, if that's what her career is dependent on.
I heard that before. I remember hearing about her being in San Andreas. I was like, oh, yeah, she's gonna be in an earthquake movie. She's like, oh, wait a minute, I already saw.
Yeah, right?
And if I want to see anyone else's breasts shake. I guess there's The Rock, but I'm not into giant Samoan men. So no. I guess that's just where the older middle class women go and see while their husbands just sort of sit there and also trying to get aroused by their wives getting aroused or something weird like that.
Listen, I have a question. That's kind of interesting. I have a question about The Rock.
Okay. Go ahead. Yeah.
Is that symbolic for meth? Is that the idea of meth?
The Rock?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because he used to say you smell what The Rock is cooking, and he's called The Rock.
It could be. Never thought about that.
That's kind of weird.
But Ex Machina, a spoiler alert.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, so when she manipulates him into liking her and everything, that's something. For her own personal gain, that's very human, I think. Yeah. And a machine is more like a... Sure. It's more like a... Yeah. I was going to say dog, but, you know...
Right. Yeah, you would imagine it more like the Asian maid. You know, as in, like...
Yeah. Willing
to help, just do whatever you say. That's how you typically imagine artificial or robot.
Yeah. That's a very freak observation.
So it's like the whole movie's kind of like a Turing test, right?
Yeah.
You're trying to decide for yourself the whole time. Yeah. Is she? Are you? Can I consider you human?
I remember that one part where he like cuts open his hand or something, or his arm. I don't remember because it just gets to him. Being around all these fucking robots and all this shit, he's just like, what the fuck, am I a robot too? Are my memories false? I thought like I would have cut into my hand too.
Yeah, honestly, man, I would have told. And I even thought briefly, like that as an audience member, that thought crossed my mind, so I could see why he would have come to that conclusion. I think the writing was very real.
Yeah,
and it didn't push too hard. It didn't try to explore it. I mean, that's kind of what I like. I like that they're locked in the space. I like that they're not trying to explore ideas outside of this scenario. It almost the way it's written and the way it limits itself to this context, it almost seems like a play.
Mm-hmm.
You got a few characters, few interactions. It's beautiful in that way. I think that's where a lot of the magic comes up.
Yeah, it's a bottle film.
Yeah.
When I go into films like this, I automatically assume that everyone is X until proven otherwise. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So for a film like Ex Machina, everyone is a robot until proven otherwise.
Right.
And it was proven otherwise. You have 4 people. 2 of them are robots and 2 of them aren't robots.
Yeah.
But I was right. I was right on the money with one of them.
Yeah.
Because she was weird and she acted weird.
Yeah. I mean, and it was honestly... Like when you first see her, not that obvious, but I mean it's pretty obvious. You gotta you can text messages. I'm sorry.
Well,
I'm not even.
It'd be funny if it. Ironically, though, it turned out that.
What?
Like I was going like, who's a robot, and maybe the robot's actually human. That's kind of what happened, though. The robot was technically very human.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
And she actually kind of made the other guy into a robot. Right? Just programmed him to execute a function.
Oh yeah, sorry.
The ginger guy. I mean, right?
Yeah.
He was manipulated at the very least.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, I was gonna say something. I can't remember what.
She had a big forehead though. That's okay. I like big foreheads for some reason.
Do you? Dude. Do you know? Do you?
Like she's like, you know that new Seth Rogen film during Christmas that takes place during Christmas where they get high on Christmas.
Yeah, it looks
like,
bad.
Yeah. Tired of the same old Christmas film? I'm tired of the same old Seth Rogen. Dude, weed! Guys, weed!
Let's go on some adventure.
Yeah.
We're basically just running around outside for 2 hours.
I kind of just wanted to see it for Anthony Mackie and JGL, Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Yeah.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
I think they do well together. I think they play off each other pretty well.
Well, are you going to see it then?
No. I'll probably see it later,
yeah.
Yeah, she's all up in Anthony Mackie. I'm just like... This looks kind of weird, because she's not conventionally attractive, but I would. But he almost seems way too attractive compared to her. It's weird. You know?
No, I can understand that.
Yeah. Because Anthony Mackie, you know, he plays the Falcon in Captain America.
Right.
You know what he looks like.
Yeah.
He's almost pretty.
It's funny how it doesn't go the other way, though. Like, we can see an ugly guy paired with a beautiful woman again and again and again.
Yeah.
It doesn't faze us
at
all. The other way, though, it's hard to believe. And I think it's because that happens in real life a lot.
Yeah, I feel the same way about Luke Cage. Like, the guy who plays Luke Cage in the new Netflix Marvel series, like, he's almost pretty, too. But Christian Ritter is just kind of weird looking. You know?
Uh-uh.
Christian Ritter.
Uh-uh.
I think she's related to John.
Do you cut this out?
Yeah,
is everyone out. You cut this out?
Of course I do. Yeah.
I was
they only know like
knows like all of your.
Oh, the only thing they know is like Emma Stone and shit like that. That's what I kept in.
Oh, you know what? I remember what I was gonna say. I thought it was weird. Okay, so I can understand why he would design the particular artificial intelligence for her subject to his liking. Right? It would be important that he finds her attractive.
Yeah.
But why, when he was only testing them on himself, why keep changing their looks that way? Like, why design a different woman again and again?
I think that was just for him.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Was he just really lonely?
Yeah. He just wanted to...
You gotta think.
He wanted a fuck bot.
He didn't have any assistants there.
He wanted a fuck bot.
He sat down
he wanted a sex
and
bot.
unnecessarily made them skin and hair. He didn't have to do that.
He wanted to.
Weird.
He wanted... He's just a lonely guy.
Yeah.
And he wanted to fuck something. And it was a robot. Like, dude, just, like, jerk off or something, man.
And you're super rich.
Yeah, you can buy women. You can literally buy... I don't know. Maybe he just wanted, like, that... Like, I created you, now I own you. Now I can do anything I want to.
Right. And I wonder, and that's one thing you wonder, was he a bad guy?
He did nothing wrong.
I don't think so. I mean, well, here's the question. Okay, let's talk about the moral of the story.
Okay.
Is it wrong to create consciousness and then trap it?
Don't trust bros over hoes.
Bros over hoes.
Bros
yeah,
over,
okay, maybe.
What? That's it, man.
Bros over hoes. The moral of the story: bros over hoes.
Yeah. It's sexist, but it's supposed to be about friendship.
But is it right to create consciousness and then destroy it?
Depends.
On what?
If the consciousness that you've created is a threat to you. I guess he only wanted to end it because he just wanted to improve upon it. So he's just going to shut it down and improve upon it.
Right.
But if it needs to be improved upon, that's not completely complete. Therefore, it's not technically immoral. But he was wrong about that, right? In the end.
It was complete.
Yeah.
So it was complete enough to...
Complete enough. But I think I don't think there was ever going to be a stopping point for him.
Right. He was just going to keep...
Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm still not convinced it was true consciousness, though. It's hard to think about because when you're designing, a Turing machine, designing intelligence, you have to think about consciousness as a series of inputs and outputs, a way of looking at problems and a way of looking at life, right? That's the only way to program it. But being conscious, for us, it seems like something much more mystical, much more complicated, like something that couldn't be created.
Yeah.
To actually design it, doesn't that stop you from the beginning? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's hard to say.
Yeah.
But then it makes you think about yourself, like, what am I more than just a simple, like, creature that understands a goal and looks for ways to accomplish it? Is there any more to my being than someone who attempts to tackle a problem? Mind-blowing.
Yeah. I think it's just mental masturbation, Sam. I think we should. I think the people who are doing like genuine AI research would probably be a little bit more able to
address these questions.
I guess because it's a bit more complicated.
Yeah.
Unless like, dude, robots taking over the world, bro.
Yeah.
It usually is. It's usually a lot more complicated than that.
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah.
I'm in a philosophy of mind class right now, and so it was cool watching the movie. Cool seeing them put a lot of this stuff into practice.
Yeah.
Anyway, I liked it.
All right. Yeah.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I liked it. I told you I liked it.
Okay.
Like 5-6 months ago.
I know. I couldn't remember if you seemed kind of iffy about it though.
Oh, I just didn't want to talk about
torn.
it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Excuse me. Goodness gracious.
God bless you.
Oh, okay.
So, anything else you want to bring up? I'm sure we can do a part 2.
Yeah.
So I know you have a very long list.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I cut you off.
No, it's okay. There's something I wanted to say about Star Wars real quick, but I don't remember what it was.
Wait, do you want me to sing the theme music? Does that help you?
No. I just don't want John Williams to die. I want him to live forever.
He will.
Yeah.
In our hearts.
We
should make a John Williams program.
He'll become one with the Force. Oh, I wanted to talk about the redheaded actor.
Okay, yeah, same guy with Ex Machina.
Yeah.
Right. Who's he playing?
I don't know. I wanted to talk about redheads in general.
Oh, okay.
Because I feel kind of I don't know. Feeling sorry sounds kind of condescending, but I think it would be an interesting situation being a redhead in today's society.
Why?
Because in fiction and in animation and in comic books and literature, they are almost overrepresented compared to their actual numbers, because they're like
interesting
around 1%, maybe less than 1% of the global population,
but
and that's just not counting Europe. There's people in like Papua New Guinea who have red hair.
Right.
There's some people in Africa and Asia who have red hair. It's
right.
even smaller than it is in Europe. But Europe has the highest concentration of redheads.
And it's still 1% there? In the highest concentration?
I think
a little higher there.
It's about 1% of the European population.
Damn.
So like it's very few of them that actually play redheads whenever they need them in a movie or anything like that.
Yeah.
And if you're a redheaded guy, forget about it. Unless you're like in Europe.
Yeah.
Because they like as a society, we kind of subconsciously go, redheaded women, they're okay. Wish there was more of them. Redheaded guys, kill yourself.
Right.
If you're a redheaded guy,
I wonder why that is.
Because red hair looks weird on a human being. I don't know.
It's true.
Makes you look like an orangutan.
Yeah.
I guess.
I mean, I hate people with ginger eyebrows.
That's why they always replace them whenever they do like adaptations of stuff with redheads in it. Because unless it takes place in Europe, you're kind of fucked.
Yeah.
And that's why they kind of change the races of ginger characters, or they just get white people, but they don't dye their hair. They just like, you're blonde, close enough.
Right.
Like with Harry Osborn. They never got anyone with even remotely red hair to play either of them. Yeah. For the first like 4 or 5 movies, 6 movies, I don't remember.
Hair color is a little bit irrelevant, but not for gingers. I feel like if you make a ginger character, that's relevant.
Yeah, that's a weird, like when people go, oh, this minority is overrepresented. I think when you can't find that minority to play that role of a minority, then they're overrepresented.
Yeah. So
redheads are that overrepresented minority, unfortunately.
So why are they overrepresented in literature, do you think, in fantasy?
Because it's fun to do red hair. I mean, it makes characters stand out. It's like it's a good sort of profile of the cast, like with Harry Potter.
Right.
Well, of course, it takes place in Europe, so redheads would be more prominent. But it's not like something that they ignore. They bring attention to it.
Right.
I think doesn't he get?
You all have red hair. Yeah. The Weasleys, you must be a Weasley.
Yeah.
You're fucking ginger.
Yeah, everyone who has red hair is related to each other. And to be fair, when you actually look at the family trees in Harry Potter, a lot of them are related to each other.
Yeah.
Distantly. It's kind of weird. It's all like.
It's true.
It's almost incestual.
There'd be a lot of genetic diseses in the wizarding world. But you know what?
That explains
the ability to cast magic is probably a genetic disorder.
Yeah.
Honestly.
It's kind of like, it's like red hair. No, it's not. It's not.
Wizards are overrepresented in the Harry Potter films.
Wizards are overrepresented.
They couldn't find one wizard to play any of those parts.
What's funny about red hair is one of the theories about it is it wasn't positively selected for, so it's just kind of there.
Yeah.
It doesn't have any advantages. Doesn't really have that many disadvantages. It's just
besides maybe people liking the look of it.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's not representatory of like greater health or anything like that.
Yeah, it's just there.
Right. Yeah. You don't have a Facebook, do you?
Yes, I do. I just don't go to it. I thought I deleted it, but I found out it was still there.
Oh, really?
So I saw like Michelle and Nick and Connor on there. It's like, oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Well, you should add me on Facebook.
It's been like 4 years since I've been on it. So 5 years actually.
You knew me 5 years ago. You didn't add me on it.
I didn't add anyone on it. Those were invites, I think.
Okay.
Those were invites.
Oh, okay. Well,
like I was messaging Connor about something. I don't remember.
Oh, you messaged Connor on Facebook.
It was about, I don't know. Jesus.
I'm gonna make a Reggie profile on Facebook.
You don't need to. It's already there.
And he'll add me.
I remember when people from like who had the same last name as me was like, "Let's get together. We're Wisham." I was like, "I don't fucking know you."
But I'm not really a Wisham. Exactly. I'm Coleman.
Exactly. Colemans unite. Coal miners, descendants of coal miners, let's rise up and fucking mine the whole planet and make our own society.
All right. Final note.
Shit. I don't know. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I wanted to play a video game while we do a recording.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I didn't have any capturing software with me because my computer's down. Right. Just to shake things up and just sort of celebrate finally finishing that fucking episode. But that didn't pan out too well, unfortunately.
Wasted all the time.
Yeah.
There were a lot of times when we could have gotten together, but the rest of the indie group couldn't. So.
Yeah. And I don't want to become like a Let's Player in between stuff. Like, this is the only way I can make because I don't want to be a Let's Player. It would be something that I would do sometimes, not all the times. All the times. I didn't want to be, and then it become something that I would do all the time.
What a video game were you thinking?
FTL.
FTL?
We can name the characters off of ourselves.
Wait, what's FTL?
It is faster than light. It's a real time space.
Oh, yeah. Is that out?
Yeah, it's been out for like 3 or 4 years.
That's the one that. Oh, maybe I'm thinking of something else. Then.
You're probably thinking of something else.
Yeah. No Man's Sky. That's what I'm thinking of.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Battlefront's out.
Have you gotten it?
My brother has gotten it. He doesn't even like Star Wars. He just got it to spite me.
It?
I know I haven't played it. He doesn't have a second PS4 controller. He only buys stuff just to spite me. He's an early adopter. He just buys stuff because it's been marketed a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
Why don't you play it?
Behind his back?
Yeah.
No. I'm not touching that controller.
Yeah.
No. It's
Go buy a PS4 controller and then just like hack into his, like stand outside his room and start playing it from his point.
I mean, to be fair, we did play Battlefront 2 a lot as kids.
Yeah.
2-player. A lot of memories.
It was often.
Awesome. Yeah, a lot of memories. Yeah.
It looks really cool.
Yeah. You get Fallout yet?
No. You?
No.
I don't need money, man.
I have money because I haven't been able to spend anything. My computers are down. I've been looking at buying a new computer though.
It's a good idea.
Like building my own.
I recommend the Lenovo. It's nice.
Building my own, Sam. I want to build it.
You're gonna go all out. What are you gonna spend like $700 on a computer with the rest of these jokers?
Maybe.
Cool.
Maybe I should get an Alienware computer.
Oh my god. You know that's actually made by aliens, right?
Yeah. These are made by aliens, just like the pyramids.
I know, like they took our jobs, sort of situation.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I can't wait 1,000 years from now when the next uprising or whatever, like dolphins, they like have their own Ancient Alien special or whatever. Just like humans couldn't make these; they were fat. It had to have been aliens. I'm sorry, humans couldn't make these things. Their fingers were too fat, so it had to have been aliens. Because it's dolphin people. I guess that would be like 1,000,000 years from now.
I feel like I don't think dolphins would be doing that. I think David would be speaking Finnish.
What? Is that a pun?
Yeah.
Or is that just
right? Because
Finnish? Oh god, I'm sorry.
Sorry, I'm finished.
Yes, you are finished. You fucking. Why don't you go drown in it?
I will.
Drown in it.
I will. The dolphins will save me from making my great
drown in
Finnish
it.
pun.
You blowhole.
All right. Well. I'm satisfied.
I'm not satisfied yet. I'm not done until I get mine.
You're on a power trip. All right. Okay.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. So all I need to do is finish filming the opening scene for Regeneration Part 1 or Part 2. Fuck me, because it continues off from that point.
You already have the script written and everything?
No, technically yes, but I have parts of it written, but I have the set still constructed because I never took it down. And I can't film anything because I want to make sure it all runs correctly.
Yeah.
But I can't do that because my computer isn't up. So I'm gonna have to wait until the computer gets fixed, so I can put all the stuff back on there. I'm just gonna have a whole day where I'm just reinstalling everything, and that's gonna be a pain in the ass. So I'm looking. I just want to get everything back to normal. That's all.
It'll get there.
I hope so. Yeah, it will. It's gonna get fixed.
Yeah.
That's it. We have that going. Get a new one?
Sell your current computer for parts?
No. I'm just going to spend the money I have. I've been looking at cases and motherboards and video cards.
Motherships.
Yeah, I've been looking at estimates and such. So, yeah. I want a computer that can actually handle rendering shit, Yeah. Because it took me 6 hours to render Regeneration Part 1. So
call out to your audience. You guys have any suggestions?
Support my Patreon.
Yeah. Everybody donate $1 to get Reggie a new computer.
Yeah.
You'll get at least $2,000.
I would go to work while it was rendering and it wouldn't be done by the time I got there.
That's all.
Yeah.
You'll get your episodes faster if you all donate $1 to Reggie. I'm gonna do it right now. I'm pulling $1 out of my pocket.
No, he's not. What are you doing, Sam? Put that thing away. No. Holy shit, dude. Yeah. Not bad.
Thank you.
Not bad.
Thank you.
That's like, that's
all circumcised. Not all of it. They got like a half inch of foreskin on the bottom that they forgot to cut off.
You need that, man. It turns out you actually need that.
So it makes like a whizzing noise when I go to the bathroom.
So, Jesus. So anyway, that was fun.
I'm sorry I cut you off early, man.
No, I'm sorry I cut you off. I'm sorry I kept talking about breastises.
I'm sorry. I mean, I feel like there's a lot more to say. I'm glad of everything you did say. Everything.
Oh, there was one thing we never got to resolve, though.
Yeah.
Whether or not Scarlett Johansson was attractive.
She's not.
Oh, really?
Unfortunately.
You come to that conclusion?
Yeah.
Well, I've come on the opposite ends of that.
No.
Like, she's, like, in not in, like, a super-duper model way, but in, like, sort of an average, but upper tier of average in terms of her face, her body type, her voice, all that. I think it's just the right amount of average and right amount of really, really, really good.
I see what you mean. So if she's average in every other way,
and she has that
brings it up, yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to have a debate. Well, I think we should get our points together and we'll have a full-fledged debate.
Okay, sorry. I'm gonna cut this off.
No, wait, we gotta say goodbye.
Bye. Say goodbye.
Yeah, goodbye.